In this video, I'll show you how to give new life to reclaimed wood, creating something useful and stylish. Follow every detail and get inspired with new ideas. The wood I'll use today is all cedar. This piece is just over 1 meter long, and here it measures 7 by 5 centimeters. This is a piece of wood that will be reused, and here you can see old nail marks. I'll also reuse this board, which measures just over 1 meter and 20 centimeters in length and 15 centimeters in width. On the table saw, I'll cut both sides to square it. All the details will appear throughout the video so you can easily replicate this idea. Be sure to watch until the end so you don't miss anything. And if you can, hit the like button. It really helps the channel reach more people. The board will also be cut. The final width will be 15 centimeters. On the miter saw, I'll cut this piece to exactly 1 meter in length. The board will be squared on one end. Then, 3 pieces will be cut, each measuring 40 centimeters in length. Here are all the parts of the project. Now I'll use the planer to make these 3 pieces have the same thickness. Reading the comments from those who follow the channel is what motivates me the most to keep creating. If you enjoy my work and always look forward to new videos, type "I like it" in the comments. But if you're just arriving here, take a moment to subscribe and write "I'm new" so I know the content reached you. Next, I'll sand everything using the random orbital sander with 120 grit sandpaper. With the combination square, I'll make some markings on this larger piece. I've already positioned it at 16.5 centimeters, so I'll mark it this way. Starting from each end. Still using the square, I'll draw a line from side to side. I'm positioning the square at 18.5 centimeters, so I'll make similar markings on both ends. In the same way, I'll draw the line from side to side. Using the tape measure, I'll measure the gap between the 2 markings. We have exactly 63 centimeters. Half of this measurement is 31.5 centimeters. I'll subtract 1 centimeter from each side. So it will be marked at 30.5 centimeters and 32.5 centimeters. Lines will also be drawn at these points. This way, we have a 2 centimeter mark exactly at the center of the piece. On the miter saw, I'll make the cuts on the markings I made. For this, I adjusted the saw height to cut 2.5 centimeters from the base. I'll use this stop block to keep the piece slightly away, allowing the cut to go all the way through. This stop block must be a completely straight piece of wood to ensure a square cut. The final result turned out like this. I'll repeat the same process on the other markings as well. With the cuts made, I'll now use a 1/2-inch chisel to clean up the area. Where there are nail marks, I'll make a small countersink using this 5mm drill bit to remove the darkened part left by the nail. After that, I'll use this mixture of sanding dust and glue. The dust was collected from the same wood. The mixture will be used to fill the holes. I'll wait for it to dry a little, then I'll sand it again. Next, I'll work on the other side of the piece. Here, I'll place fixing plates like this one at each end. They will ensure the item is securely mounted on the wall while keeping the screws hidden. I'll mark the spot where the piece will be fixed. With the marking done, I'll make the recess using a 1/2-inch chisel. With the piece already in place, I'll mark the spot that will serve as a hook for the screw. I'll use a hand drill with a 15mm Forstner bit to create a cavity at this point. The accessory will be secured with this screw, measuring 2.5mm by 20mm. I'll do the same at the other end as well. Now I'll use the router with a 32mm bit, which cuts at 45 degrees. With it, I'll smooth the edges of these 3 pieces. This will be done on 3 sides of each piece. Know someone who builds and sells woodworking projects? Share these videos with them. They might find exactly what they need to boost their creativity or business. All the projects are free and complete, ready to inspire new ideas. I'll use a worn 180 grit sandpaper to lightly sand where the machining was done. After that, I'll start the assembly. I'll apply some wood glue to this part and spread it with a brush. Then, I'll fit one of these pieces like this. I've set the combination square to 10 centimeters. This will be the spacing I'll leave on this side. Since the measurements are well adjusted, I'll tap to ensure the fit. Okay, the first piece is in place. Now I'll remove the excess glue. Next, the second piece will be fitted in the same way. However, this time, the 10 centimeter spacing will be on the other side. With the correct spacing, I'll tap to make sure the piece is fully fitted. Now, there's only the third and final part to put in place. Here, the spacing will be kept on the same side as the first part. As before, I'll give a few light taps to secure the fit. Well, with the assembly done, only the final finishing remains. First, I'll apply a wood sealer. After it dries, I'll apply 2 coats of natural glossy varnish for quality and protection. Both the sealer and varnish will be diluted with thinner. I'll use an electric sprayer to apply all the products. In the video description, you'll find links to exclusive resources that unlock access to thousands of detailed woodworking plans. Even a small investment can help you create better, more professional results, and truly take your woodworking to the next level. Well, folks, here's the finished project. A beautiful and unique vertical floating shelf. An excellent idea to build using reclaimed wood. If you like the project, leave your like. It helps me create new videos. Share your thoughts on the work in the comments. I read all of them and respond whenever possible, especially to the earliest ones. Now stay tuned for other creative projects that will appear on the end screen. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.